Well, goodness me, it has been a busy, busy day. And hasn't the fallout grown? The usual critics have been attacking our Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, for making Washington what I think is one of the most extraordinary, one of the bravest, most courageous speeches ever made by a Home Secretary. But I've written, and I spoke yesterday, I don't think she's gone far enough. But first of all, before we debate this with my studio guest and a guest down the line, let's just remind ourselves just of one of the key extracts from the Home Secretary's speech.
Multiculturalism makes no demands of the incomer to integrate. It has failed because it allowed people to come to our society and live parallel lives in it. They could be in the society, but not of the society. And in extreme cases, they could pursue lives aimed at undermining the stability and threatening the security of our society.
Well, goodness me, I mean, after that speech, you would think it's the first time anybody's had the courage to suggest that multiculturalism has failed in the United Kingdom. No one's ever said it before, apparently. But let's just check back in history, shall we? Let's just see what former leaders in the United Kingdom and indeed across Europe have said over recent years.
Under the doctrine of state multiculturalism, we've encouraged different cultures to live separate lives apart from each other and apart from the mainstream.
My response is clearly yes, it's a failure. The truth is that in all our democracies we've been too preoccupied with the identity of those arriving and not enough with that of the countries which welcome them.
So there we have it. David Cameron, Nicolas Sarkozy. Back in 2006, Tony Blair, he said, for the first time in a generation, there's an unease, an anxiety, even at points of resentment, that our very openness, our willingness to welcome differences, our pride in being home to many different cultures is actually being used against us. It's being abused, indeed, even in order to harm us. And then also, as part of her review into opportunity and integration back in 2016, Baroness Casey, Louise Casey, she found that in a number of local areas, ethnic or migrant groups have become increasingly divided. So I'm asking you this big question this evening. Has multiculturalism failed? Get in touch with us. Email farage@gbnews.com